Ah, Paris. This has been a bucket list item for quite some time. So when Suzanne and I were planning our vacation to Europe this year, we knew Paris had to be one of our stops. When we saw this Royal Caribbean France and Spain cruise, we decided why not? After all, they're going to Paris. Well, that's not entirely true. Many travelers get duped by seeing this Spain and France cruise with a stop in Paris and dream of seeing this in port, but instead pull into the port of Le Havre only to experience this. Stay tuned to find out how we made it from Le Havre to Paris in one day. You'll see the good, the bad, and the ugly of trying to make it 250 miles round trip by bus, and if going all the way to Paris is worth it or not. Expect the unexpected next on Travel Symphony. The distance from the port of Le Havre to Paris, France is 202 kilometers or 125 miles each way. We know that the possibility of choice leads to doubts about which way to choose, so everyone wants to make the most of the time on their trip. On our cruise, Royal Caribbean canceled all trips to Paris because of the Olympic Games. We were here in late August 2024, so the main Olympic Games had concluded, and we were now into the Paralympic Games, which were not as crowded, but still extremely busy. Now that we knew we were on our own and Royal Caribbean was not going to be taking us to Paris, we knew 100% that we wanted to go see Paris. And the main factors we took into account were price, time, and transport convenience. Matching the ship's schedule is also extremely important. We wouldn't want to land in Paris with our eyes fixed on our watch and the stress of not getting back on board in time. At the same time, we would want to spend as much time as possible in the French capital of love. We chose Vexperio Tours to ensure that we savored every Parisian moment while remaining budget-friendly and relaxed, and we were not disappointed. We paid 119 euros or $131 USD to take this trip. The motor coach was brand new, had USB ports, reclining seats, and tray tables to get you comfy, and was perfectly air-conditioned. Vexperio promptly picked us up right in front of the ship at 9 a.m. with last call on the bus by 9:30 a.m. Vexperio has hosted and no-hosted tours available. Basically, we just wanted reliable transport to and from Le Havre with no tour guides, plus the slowness of a large group of people trying to walk through town during the Olympics just didn't sound that appealing to us. We knew what we wanted to do, and we made a game plan to see it all. There's some cool coffee machines. You can just basically order your coffee and get it dispensed right there. Very, very cool. It is rainy. Get a Snickers, some chips, some teepees. Hello.
Welcome to Paris. We made it. We're so excited. We're about to go have some lunch at a little cafe that we looked up, and we'll let you know how that goes. And then we're gonna do a river cruise after that, and then we're just gonna wander around and enjoy ourselves. We have 5 hours here, and then we gotta find our tour bus and get back on the ship. So, bonjour.
One of the coolest things about Paris right now is that the Eiffel Tower still has the Olympic rings. We are here at the very, very end of August. And so today is August 31st, right? So we are, I think, one day after the Paralympics ended. And so it's just kind of neat to see that the rings are still there. I think it's kind of special for our trip. Anyway, let's head out to some restaurants. I know you guys want to hear about the food. A Paris 2024 van here. Still a lot of Olympic things going on. And we're going to Emily, right? What's the name of the restaurant?
Emily.
Our first stop for Paris was for lunch, and we wanted to be as close as possible to the Eiffel Tower, so we chose Emily Restaurant. Not to be confused with Emily in Paris. The word Emily is used quite a bit in France. We even went to an Emily coffee shop in La Rochelle, France. This was a really cute French cafe with excellent service, and all around, their English was perfect. The menu consisted of French favorites like the French onion soup, just called onion soup in France, the same as we don't say, give me one of those American burgers in America. We had a charcuterie board, the onion soup, a Caesar salad, and a latte. You might think those things are boring, but I figured you gotta try the things that made Paris famous. All the food was fantastic, and the final bill, an expensive $90 US. So right in the middle of our meal, it just started absolutely pouring. So it is pouring. We're just trying to, wow. And we thought it wasn't gonna rain today. All right, we're drying out here, Emily, and now we're gonna head out to the Eiffel Tower here in Paris. And there it is, right behind me. It's a lot bigger than the one in Las Vegas. I can say that for sure. Like, a lot bigger. So the question, Suzanne, is it worth coming to Paris on an excursion from Le Havre?
On an excursion with the cruise ship, no. But book your own, yes.
And why would that be? There it is, folks. And you got the Olympic rings, which is really neat. I don't know how long they're going to keep those there, but we have a shot of the Olympic rings. So cool. So amazing. Some Olympic facilities here, just on the other side of the Eiffel Tower. So, you can see this. Here's the chronometer for the actual swimming competition on the Seine River, which is right behind me here. And then, of course, next to that is this thing, whatever that is. After we toured the Eiffel Tower, we headed back down to the river, which was only a 2-minute walk to get to the Seine River cruise. About ready to get going?
Yep, we're on the top. There's 2 levels. You can see down there. We're about to get we're about to get going. It's going to be about an hour cruise.
We figured the cruise would be the best way to see the sights quickly, and we weren't wrong. The cruise took about an hour, which was perfect amount of time to take it all in and still have time for additional fun. Tickets can be purchased at the river or in advance on their website. Either way, you should be fine, and the river boats leave every 30 minutes. Now it's time to relax and take it all in. Did I mention I got this dope Paris 2024 Olympics hat? Oh yeah. Rested and relaxed, plus happy. We got to see so much on a river cruise. It was now 4:05 p.m. and we had to get back to our bus by 5:30 p.m. pickup at the Arc de Triomphe. We decided not to test fate and make sure we made it to our bus pickup, so we started walking to the Triumph. Our estimated walking time from the river to the Arc de Triomphe was about 45 minutes, so we decided to walk back and get some treats for the road. We then proceeded under the pedestrian bridge right into the Triumph. And wasn't it beautiful? We were finally back on the bus and everybody looked wiped out from a long 5-hour day in Paris. We had a wonderful 2-hour ride back to our ship through the French countryside, and it gave us a couple of hours to eat our treats and reflect on our trip to Paris and all the fun we had. Not only do we get to eat at a great restaurant, we actually were able to relax and not feel rushed. Not just to see the Eiffel Tower, but completely walk around it and marvel at its beauty. We took an amazing river cruise on the Seine and ate some delicious treats, all while getting to walk along the streets of Paris. Was it what we were expecting? Absolutely not. It totally exceeded our expectations. We didn't think we'd get much time to do anything, and we were dead wrong. If you've never been to Paris and you're not sure if you'll ever make it, just go. We all have busy lives, so if you're already on the ship and enjoying your vacation, we feel it's a worthy trip. It's 5 hours in Paris, and I've seen much worse, like La Vida Loca, who took an expensive trip called the Best of Paris, only just to sit on the bus and look out the windows with a short stop at the Eiffel Tower. That just isn't worth it in my opinion. Vexperio pretty much guarantees you'll see Paris and you'll get back on your cruise on time. Honestly, I don't think you can ask for any more. In addition, the price was about half what Royal Caribbean charges, so just keep that in mind when booking. One thing I mentioned at the beginning of this video is that they do hosted tours as well, so if you don't want to do this on your own, Vexperio has different options for you depending on what you want to see. Also, we have no affiliation with Vexperio and we are not receiving any compensation for our review. So there you have it, Le Havre to Paris in one day. Make sure to like and subscribe our travel videos with tips and travel advice from around the world. And we'll see you guys next time on Travel Symphony.